Hello, everybody. Welcome to eHave Indonesia 2020 Goes Online. My name is Harris, and I will be moderating for this session. This webinar is going to be presented by Mr. Stefan from Ilmenau University. Please stay tuned until the end of this webinar because we will hold a question and answer session. And if you have any question regarding the presentation or anything related to the country's higher education, you can submit your question via YouTube's comment section anytime throughout the presentation. Now, without any further ado, let's welcome Mr. Stefan as the representative of Ilmenau.
Okay.
Time is yours.
So, Harris, thanks for handing over to me. Welcome to everybody from my side. I'm happy just to introduce my university, Technische Universität Ilmenau, to you. It's the University of Technology, and I feel it's an exciting place to study, and it's an exciting university. And just I would like to give you some information about. So let's start with the presentation, and later on there is options for questions, as I know. So just give me a second, please. Now you should see my presentation, and welcome to TU Ilmenau is the topic, and of course we always get the question, Ilmenau, where is Ilmenau? Where is it placed? How big is the city? All this information, because of Ilmenau is a small university and not so well known, even it has a lot of international and amazing contacts. We always say Ilmenau is placed directly in the center, in the heart of Germany. The federal state TU Ilmenau is placed in is Thuringia. You might have heard about Thuringia because of there's famous cities like Jena, Gotha, Erfurt, Eisenach. It's connected to, in the history, to Luther, to Goethe, to Schiller. And TU Ilmenau and the city Ilmenau is placed about 50 kilometers in the south of the capital of Thuringia, in the south of Erfurt. Just seeing the card, the map, we say always left, you go to Frankfurt, it's about 350 kilometers away. To the north, you come to Berlin, it's about 350 kilometers away. And in the south, you come to Munich, and it's about 350, maybe 400 kilometers away. So once again, we say Ilmenau is placed in the middle of Germany, in the heart of Germany. So the city has the own University of Technology in Thuringia, not in Germany, of course, but in Thuringia. And you see the picture here. It is an attractive location in a forest of Thuringia. And it is a small city with only 37,000 inhabitants. And it's directly linked to train connection and to railway, to highway. TU Ilmenau has a long tradition. It started in 1894 with so-called Thüringisches Technikum, and there it was a start of first training of engineers. It was a private school. It became an engineering school in 1926. In 1953, there was just changing. It was bigger and got university or high school for electrical engineering. Later on Technische Hochschule Ilmenau, and since 1992 we are a University of Technology, Technische Universität Ilmenau. Nowadays it is a high innovative campus, high innovative and modern atmosphere, and we have some real renowned scientists teaching here and doing their research often connected with the work of our students. What is the university dealing with topics. The university consists of 5 departments. This is just maybe interesting for the structure of the university. It's not that much interesting for how to study here or how to do research, because of a lot of our study courses, a lot of activities at our university are interdisciplinary activities. So if you once should study here, you will see that your study program is offered from one of the departments, but the teachers and the subjects coming from several departments. So we have Department of Electrical Engineering and Information Technology. We have Computer Science and Automation. We have Mechanical Engineering Department. There is Mathematics and Natural Sciences, and also Economic Sciences and Media. To give you an idea about the university itself, we have just currently 5,400 students at all. And we are very proud that we have about 30%, a little more, 30% of all our students are international students coming from more than 100 countries in the world to Ilmenau. You see, we have around 1,000 staff, 100 professors around, academic staff, and also third-party funded staff. That means there are research contracts, research funding by the government, but also research orders by the industry that is done at the TU Ilmenau. But let's have a look at our study courses. In the bachelor's, we have 3 fields. There is first the engineering science field, and you find classical engineering programs like mechanical engineering, something like electrical engineering, but there's also exciting programs like biomedical engineering, engineering science. Second, there's the area of mathematics and natural sciences. You see chemical biotechnology, computer science, mathematics itself, and also technical physics are available in the bachelor's. And there is a field of business and social science. There is the bachelor course Applied Media and Communication Studies. This is, by the way, just one course in human sciences. That means it ends not with a Bachelor of Science, but it graduates with the Bachelor of Arts. There's Media Economics, Industrial Engineering, and Business Information Systems Engineering. These are the study fields in the bachelor degrees, and you need to know that all bachelor courses are held in German language. So you need to know German language and have skills in German for studying at our university in the bachelor's. There are 2 special programs. This is Electrical Engineering, Information Technology, and Mechanical Engineering. These 2 courses are also offered as so-called diploma programs. Diploma programs means that you do not study first in a bachelor and then in a master's degree. So it's one ongoing study course. It's about 10 semesters going through, and the diploma degree in the end is equivalent to the master degree. Advantages are just in these 2 courses, we have a clearer and easier to study structure, because of everything is just builds up on the things before. There are smaller groups, and so there's better guidance. There are time slots for international exchange if someone wants to go out for just 1 semester for an internship or for just 1 semester abroad. And from that point of view, these 2 diploma courses are also really interesting if you want to study in mechanical engineering or electrical engineering and information technology. Let's go on with the master programs. After graduation in the bachelor's, independent from at our university or just in another university or in your home country, after graduation in a bachelor, you can switch to master programs. And we also have the engineering sciences as study field here. Most of the courses are nearby our bachelor programs, but there's also different programs, like you see, just electrochemistry and electroplating and so on. And for all master programs, most of them are held in German language, but the orange highlighted here at this slide are held in English. So you can study some courses in English. For the math and natural sciences, also different programs. The orange one, micro and nanotechnologies, is an English study program, and in business and social sciences, the media and communication science is held in English. In the engineering science, communications and signal processing, media technology, research and computer and systems engineering. These 5 programs are English. All other programs also held in German. How to come to TU Ilmenau? We say it's an easy process. It's an easy online application. Some universities cooperate with an admission system called Uni Assist. This is not the case at our university. You have direct admission at our university. There is an online applicant portal. This is just linked by tu-ilmenau.de/apply. And there you create your own account, and based on this account, you can apply. This is just by a mix of online forms you fill in, e.g. with your personal data, address, something like that. And then you need to upload scans of your document. If everything is complete, then you submit it. And this is just all for the moment. You need to know that for the evaluation of your documents, we take 25 euros for each application. And just once you submit your application, you will get a payment information after we receive the 25 euros. The process of admission is started. For bachelor admission, it takes around 4 to 6 weeks. For master admission, it takes around 6 to 8 weeks. Then you will get your admission information. As said before, there are requirements for admission. For the bachelor programs, it's the basic requirement is the acceptance of your school leaving degree. There is an public visible database of the admission requirements in Germany, and this is called anabin.kmk.org, and it's written in German, but there you can find information how to get access to a university in Germany, and our admission office is following these rules strictly. Most students, prospective students from Indonesia, need to take a Studienkolleg before they can enter a bachelor course. But this takes 1 year more, that's right. But this is, how to say, it's a good and brilliant preparation for studying in Germany. And we often see that students who only need to take language courses for preparing for their studies are not so, how to say, not starting their studies so well and with so much experience as the students have, which are going to a Studienkolleg before. But some more information about Studienkolleg later. Studienkolleg might also be interesting from the costs of your studies. In general, you need to prove B1 level in the language, in bachelor's German, for getting a conditional admission. Conditional admission means, yes, you can study, but you need to study languages or Studienkolleg before, and C1 for a direct admission, but this does not apply if you would need to visit a Studienkolleg. Then you always will get conditional admission. For the masters, the language requirements are a little bit higher. It's minimal B2 in the language, German if it's German course, English if it's English course. In addition, for the master programs, your former bachelor studies, of your former studies at all, need to fulfill some special subject-related requirements to be able to start in our master programs. So this is individual for each master course, so it really depends on what you have done before, if it fits to our master programs. Really often we get the question about study costs, and indeed living costs or studying in Germany at all might not be without money working, but maybe Ilmenau has some advantages in this direction. First, for getting the visa in Germany, you need to prove the living costs, which is officially set of 861 euros per month for 1 year in advance. That means for visa application, you usually need to prove this amount placed at a blocked account. This is 10,300 euros around that for getting the visa. But this is a theoretical amount. Living costs in Ilmenau are not that expensive. I told you about, you've seen the pictures, the photos. Ilmenau is a small city. And so this also means it's a cheaper city. There's no study fee at TU Ilmenau. You only need to cover your living costs. We have affordable rooms for students directly on campus. The only fee you need to pay for studying is an administrative service fee. You need to pay once per semester. This is in a moment about 135 euros. But this covers some service, like just the food in the student restaurant. You have just better prices than the staff and other people. And it includes a so-called semester ticket. That means you can take the trains all over in Thuringia for free during semester because of it's paid with a small amount in the semester fee. Yes, and one advantage also, especially later on for students coming here to study in a master program in English, there are free of costs accompanying language courses for international students. So you can take German beside your studies, or just also if you study in a German language, it sometimes makes sense to improve your skills more and more. These costs are as said without of costs. So let me show you an example, speaking about study costs. As said, for visa application, you need to prove the required amount for 1 year in advance. But this is not what you need to spend for your life in Ilmenau. As said, there are student dormitories directly on campus, so the rent is around 190 till 250 euros per month. This includes also all costs for heating, for electrical power and something like that. Then food, it's only an approximate amount. It really depends on your behavior. A health insurance you need to pay for, internet, mobile phone, and public broadcasting fees might be around 60 euros. You need to think about clothing and personal things. This is also an amount. It's difficult to tell you how much you would need, but it really depends on your interests and your behavior. So this is all only approximately this amount. You should, of course, count in some money for hobbies, for traveling, to getting to know Germany, and but there might be a total amount of 600 to 800 euros per month to really live as a student in Ilmenau. One more information concerning the costs. There is a residence permit for students that includes a working permit. So students are allowed to work beside their studies and have a permit for 120 working days per year or 240 half days per year. So that means in general, first priority has studying, but in second priority, working beside is allowed. Directly after graduation, you are able to get a residence permit for job seeking. And from this permit, you can switch to job residence permit, but the job needs to be according to your qualification. So that means if your graduation is just an engineering graduation, then you should work as an engineer to get the residence permit to stay in Germany for the first work experience or longer if you like. So, yes, then just I told you before that I feel my university a really, really exciting one. And there are reasons why. I studied here myself in electrical engineering and information technologies. And after graduation here, I decided to stay in this place because I really love it. So the university has a wonderful, wonderful green campus. There is a lake beside. There is the research building, the teaching buildings, the department buildings, and also the dormitories placed directly on campus. There is a big library. There's just under construction a new IT center, high-tech IT center. There's a patent library and the patent center. There are, as said, the dormitories, and student life on campus is really, really amazing. There's so many things happening, also organized by students self in different student associations. So I really learned to love this during my studies. And indeed, if you follow those, I would say, hobbies, things beside your studies, like sports, like culture things, something like that, this takes time. But other way around, you get to know so many other people and friends, and you get support for your own studies from these people, and you can share your questions, you can find answers together. And from my point of view, it's really important to have a balance between this studying, which is a hard-working job, definitely, and between your hobbies, your free time. Find a balance. Don't forget, once you decide to study abroad, e.g. in Germany or best at TU Ilmenau, you will not only study here, you will spend a longer part of your life in this town. And so your whole life will take place for a while at the place you're going to study. At the campus, there are a lot of student associations, student initiatives. Some are subject related, like e.g. the team StarCraft you see here. They're just, the main aim is construction of autonomous racing cars. And so, of course, there's automotive engineering, mechanical, mechatronical engineering involved, but not only. I told you about interdisciplinarity. Just for such a team, you need, of course, material sciences. You need a funding, how to get that, how to contact companies to earn some support. And from that point of view, for marketing, for all these things, for publishing, for preparing events, also media and communication science students are involved because they all have special knowledge, special experience. And so, e.g. this team, StarCraft, building racing cars, is a real interdisciplinary team. And this might be an example. There's more. There's student consulting. It's economical engineering. There is Engineers Without Borders, so it means also international initiatives are there. Culture initiatives, sports, a lot of options for sports, a lot of options for culture. You will have events in Ilmenau and just on campus. There are festivals, there are international student weeks, and most of these things are really organized by the students themselves. And so this is what we say just for studying at Ilmenau. Just come to Ilmenau, study here, but also use your time for live in Ilmenau, be part of that community here on campus and in the city to get the best experience you can. Because of graduation is one thing, and experience over the time of studying here is another thing. And this together makes you interesting for the job market, makes you a good person, an experienced person at all. So once again, just a view to the international campus life. We have several students from Indonesia here. Just, I'm not sure about the current numbers. The statistics is not coming out for this winter semester, but it might be around 30 students. Last winter semester, we had 38, some finished. We have students from Malaysia, from Bangladesh, but I told you about it's more than 100 countries here on the small campus. There are international student communities, there are international student associations, and of course, we have as university international cooperations with a lot of universities worldwide. And we also have a partner university in Indonesia, several in Indonesia, but one we are specially connected with is placed directly in Jakarta. It's IULI University. So what else can you expect if you come to Ilmenau? There is a special program, institution, network, a little bit of everything is called We4U. We4U is an initiative from the international office of the university I'm a part of, and it's aimed to welcome, to support international students at all. But it's not only just an institution of the university. There's an amazing network. We have volunteering students around just in a buddy programs for new students, in tutors that support us on arrival to guide you. We have a lot of events during semester, got to know each other, got to know Germans, got to know Germany. These are the aims, and the idea behind is you need to feel well in our place, in our university. If you feel well, then you are able to study well. And so let's, in the end, let's say we just aim to your study success with all this support and all these programs. So then I'm more or less through with just university introduction. Waiting for your questions if there are. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for your for listening to the presentation. There is just a last slide to get in contact with me. I'm working, as said, in the international office of the university. My name is Stefan Fischer. I'm responsible for study counseling for international students, and this study counseling means before you come to Ilmenau, for any question you have, you might contact me by email as written info.apply@tu-ilmenau.de. You might check the website yes. So if there's any question, please contact me or just my colleagues at TU Ilmenau, and we will be happy to guide you. Once you come to Ilmenau, if you do so, then we also stay in contact, because of study counseling does not end with answering questions before you come. There will be a guidance, there will be support, and together with the We4U team, there is just a lot of information events, excursions to come closer to the university, to come closer to the people here and feel a little like in a new family, to be able to study successful. Thanks again.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Stefan, for the presentations. It's pretty much explained the condition there in Ilmenau, and we do hope that many interested students from Indonesia that will study in your university. There are several questions from the participants of webinar. The first one is, you mentioned before that if international student would like to take master degree in Ilmenau, it will be subjected to for subject in the bachelor degree that has been taken in Indonesia need to be adjusted with German standard, for example. Would you please explain to us what are the possible output of this adjustment? Should we retake some courses that we have done before in Indonesia, then we have to retake it in Ilmenau, so in order to get our approval to have master degree there?
Yes, of course. Thanks for that question. This is a really interesting question, and I can answer in general. There are no, how to say, standards that you need to fulfill with your bachelor course. Of course, your bachelor courses should be taken in a university with accreditation. That's more or less clear. But then there are, in the masters, there are more or less no standard courses. Each course has a special idea behind, has a special content, and is specially aimed to providing special skills, and requires some basics before. And so, of course, it's easy to say if you want to study in a master mechanical engineering, you need to be in mechanical engineering in a bachelor degree also. But what about media communication science, e.g., or just micro and nanotechnologies. This is a mix, e.g. from nature sciences, from material sciences and physics. And so that it's not clear. There is no one fitting bachelor for this program. That means indeed, if you apply for a master, you need to submit your bachelor's degree, your transcript of records, your list of study achievements, and after a first viewing of your documents, yes, for the formal things, if they are fulfilled, your application will be forwarded into the department, and the special department responsible for the course checks each course you have done before if it fits to the requirements for this special master. But there can be also a bonus for good graduation. There can be a bonus if you have a practical experience. So it's not one-to-one. With this bachelor, you can get this master. It's a more individual decision. We can send you detailed information how it works, can send you detailed information about the requirements, but this is just a process that always guides to a lot of questions. But in general, I hope you understood it works that way.
All right. Yeah, I think it's pretty much answering my questions or the webinar participant questions. So next question will be, is there any scholarship offered by Ilmenau University for bachelor or for master? If yes, and then how are the requirements to get this scholarship?
In general, I would answer no. There are some smaller grants and scholarships that are possible, but just for funding for your whole studies, the university does not offer scholarships. There, I would like to ask you to contact the German Academic Exchange Service, DART. They offer scholarships. They have a scholarship database at the website. It might be difficult to get scholarships for the bachelor. It's a little better getting scholarships for the master programs from my experience. And for researchers, there are most options, but please check it out. There are several scholarship institutions. We ourselves have a so-called Deutschland Stipendium, Deutschland Scholarship. This can be given for 1 year, but just you should be here. You should apply here at the university. It's funding about 300 euros per month, and it's for special good students with good study achievements, but we also check, around social activities, supporting other students, being involved in the campus life, something like that. But of course, a lot of students applying for, if you can get it, and it's only for a limited time. So you should not base your study funding on that. This might be an additional thing once you're here.
Okay, so there are some scholarship, but from other institution that we can look for from the internet or from other sources, right?
Yes.
Okay. Next question. Is there any like an aerospace engineering program in Ilmenau?
No, indeed, we do not have it. We have a lot of things around. Some parts of the study courses are related and connected, but there's no aerospace engineering at TU Ilmenau.
Okay, next question. You have mentioned before that actually after we are graduated from Ilmenau, there will be a chance for us to get a job in Germany. Is the possibility to get job during the pandemic quite big, or is it not that big, so we have to go back to our country? Or is there any suggestion from Ilmenau University to their students after they get graduated, whether the suggestion is you can stay here and try to get work, or it's better for you to, for example, to go back to your country and search the job there?
Well, just different answers. First, I always say just a decision where to study and what to study, and also how your life should go on after graduation is always an individual decision. So it depends on you if you prefer to stay in Germany, if you prefer to go back. It depends on family situation, so many things around. But studying in Germany from my mind, is a chance. It's a challenge. One hand, other hand, it's a chance to get to know another different culture, different language, and you will definitely go out with a lot of experience. It makes sense also just to get first experience in a job also in this country. And if you switch anyone later back to your country, to Indonesia, you'll have a lot of experience and are just wanted by the companies also in your country. But it's not a necessary thing. So it depends on your decision. It's possible in general, as said by the residence law. Most of the students get jobs. Of course, it depends a little on the courses. Engineering's graduations are well looked for, others also, but also it depends on the person. What just a job market means to apply at a company to convince them just that you are the best person for. But the engineering sciences are just really nearby the interests of the company and by the praxis needs, and so usually it works.
Okay, maybe the last questions, because we are in the middle of the pandemic, so a lot of universities or a lot of schools are going online, right? So for Ilmenau itself, for the next term, for next year, will it be more to online courses or will it be more to present courses?
Mhm. Well, just of course, I like to tell you how we're doing it in the moment, but it's really difficult to give a preview. But I would expect that next year's summer semester will run nearby or the same status as we have currently. We're in the moment running a so-called hybrid semester. That means we offer presence lectures, especially for the first semester students, because of how to say, to study online, you need to get some orientation, some knowledge how it works. And this is easier to get if you start in presence. But in parallel, there are online lectures. We know about in several countries, it's really difficult to get visa this time, and students come with delay or just do not get the visa at all. So it's possible to register as a student to study from home, the online lectures. But in the currently, there's a need to come to the examination period, because of examinations are just present examinations. And so, yeah, that's it. A little bit of both. It's possible to study from home, but not to make examinations from home in the moment.
Okay, so let's hope that the condition will get better next year, so everyone can go back to the normal life, so we can continue study in a present way without any online lesson.
Mhm.
So thank you very much, Mr. Stefan, for your time and for your presentation. We do look forward for our students to study in Ilmenau or any part of German, because we know that German is very beautiful. Germany is very beautiful and a lot of things that can be done there. And we do hope that the pandemic will be over soon, so we can simply study abroad or travel to Germany.
Yes, thanks for saying that. Thanks for the option to give the presentation of our university. And yes, we would always be glad if prospective students come from your amazing country to the small city and university in Ilmenau.
No.
All the best to everyone. Many, many thanks.
Thank you for you too. Have a good day, Mr. Stefan.
Thanks. Same to
Yeah,
you. Bye.
goodbye. Bye bye.
Bye.